Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started with the Storm Collectibles Soul Calibur Mitsurugi. This is based off his Soul Calibur 6 design, if I remember correctly. And yeah, welcome to the video. First off, thank you everybody. Thanks to all the love on the plaque love. I appreciate that because you guys subbed to me and now we're here. So thank y'all for real. But yeah, we're going to talk about Mitsurugi. Now, unfortunately, I did this video once already. And what happened was data corruption because I keep filling up my computer and I've now run out of space on my hard drives, but I've ordered new drives. So in the meantime, I'm just waiting for stuff to come in. But yeah, let's talk about it. I was super excited for this figure and I still am. And it's one of those cool things where just like Taki, I'm living out my childhood in a really cool way as we get to get really cool characters all over again in some really nice modern rendition. Now the Storm stuff may not be for everyone, but it's definitely for me because the soft plastic allows for a certain level of articulation. It's weird to it's hard to explain it, right? Because in one way it's like, oh, this is the thing that works for this design. But then there's other stuff where it's like, this doesn't work for me. But the coolest thing about this is you could actually take off the armor of Mitsurugi as well. And it's beautiful. And I love that. I won't be doing that in this video. I just do not have the time to like cover everything. I really wish I could. But his look is phenomenal. I love how he looks. It's really fantastic. Now, as far as our articulation, we have these soft plastic parts. Even here, our chest armor is soft. We have our soft skin parts here. We have a loose waist to allow him for mobility. That's soft plastic. I am going to looking into getting a actual like soft goods skirt. I'm going to look into that as well. But as you can see here, he can hit a T-pose with his armor up with no issues. We have our Oni plated armor with no issue. We can look left, look right, down, up. You see the neck moving with it. So we can tilt for all sorts of look and style. We have bicep swivel. We have a beautiful butterfly, which I lost a way of words for that. We have our beautiful butterfly here. And if you're worried about this sticking out, you can actually tuck that in with no issue. We have our double joints here, and they are a little softer to allow for a little bit better mobility. If you're worried about whether or not he can hold the sword with two hands, I can confirm, like, clearly he can, and it's not an issue. It'll just press against the soft plastic, which is why I enjoy that so very much. We have a beautiful waist articulation for Mitsurugi. Our leg can go up, it can go out. There is a thigh swivel as well. Thigh swivel is not as much, but you will lose a bunch of articulation here due to the design of the knee, right? Even if you like pull it out that way or do it this way, right? Ankle pivot wise, we are also limited, unfortunately. I do wish that it was a little bit better, but I'm always scared of breaking it. And it's probably there, but I'm always very scared of breaking it. And we do have a toe hinge as well. But I will say this, as far as the look and the style, Mitsurugi still can cover a lot of his poses, right? You have Hiten style, Shoto, Saito. So, and you'll see when I get the sword out and poses that he can still cover a majority of his poses. I just wish that it was a little bit better on the ankle, but you still, as you can see here, you can capture it. It's just gonna be a little bit wide out, but look at that. As you can see, that is not gonna touch the floor, but let's actually tuck in and rotate. And it does look a little bit better. But style-wise, man, this is a still phenomenal Mitsurugi. Also, who was going to give one before this? Like, many companies had it and didn't even try to attempt stuff like this. So, you got to give them credit where credit is due. Now, let's jump into our accessories. Now, onward with our accessories. First things first, let's talk about our head sculpts. You already saw our normal one there, right? And I didn't even notice before, but you can actually rotate our ponytail. Here we have our grit teeth sculpt for Mitsurugi, looking really solid. Then we have our actual yelling sculpt. Yeah, we're sculpted up, baby. Yeah. All right. Now, our weapon. Here we have Mitsurugi's sword. You can sheath and unsheath, which is, I love that, right? And I had him pre-posed in that because right after I got off, I'm like, oh, let me just pose him up real quick. So, very simple. You actually just place it in between the sash. And I know it seems like not simple, but I'm like looking in all the wrong places, so don't judge me. Right? And it just holds. So that means grabbing your weapon is not difficult at all, as you can just lay it right there. If we stand him straight up, we will not have any issues. Right? Actually fix this arm. Ooh, I gotta put some shotgun on there. Right? And we still look just fine with our weapon and look really solid, right? Sheathed and unsheathed with no issues. Like I said, he can also hold the weapon with 2 hands, and you will get ambidextrous hands. That asymmetrical design on him is A1 though. I really love that design for him. Here we are with our sword holding hands, right? We have some open style hands, so you can really fit those Mitsurugi expressions, especially when you do a hisatsu. We have some gripping hands here in case you want to do some throws or attack combos, right? And for our blade, right, we actually have an effect part here, similar to what Hamuru has. I wish Taki would have came one of these for her blades, and we have it, right? Really solid. With all that being said now, we're gonna jump into the size comparison, right? So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hisatsu. All right, let's jump into the size comparisons. I think first things first, we will start with Taki, also from Soul Calibur. Everybody know that I reviewed Taki, loved it, love this as well. And I love that she's one of the taller women of the series, but I do like that she's in close height to him. If not, she seems a tad bit taller. That's because her waist tucking out just a little bit, but either way, still enjoying it. Next up, I'm gonna use Rasetsu model from Samurai Shodown. And I feel like this scales out really well. I'm actually gonna have these two battle in a bunch of photos, so be prepared for that. Please enjoy it, please, 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 right? Next up, also from Storm, we have Getsufuma, if I'm saying this correctly. This is actually from a series I know very little about, but I do like how it looks. And I feel like this fits in a Soul Calibur theme lore, right? Next up, we have my main man, Nightwolf from Mortal Kombat. Also a Storm Collectibles figure, right? So we have a bunch of different Storm stuff. And last but not least, on the Storm side, I'm gonna do Bad Brothers because I love Golden Axe. And this is one of those larger characters that work really well fitting into the lore. As you can see, Bad Brothers is gigantic, right? But I do want to show you them side by side, so let's do that. And they have that seamless body too. So now, for those of you that are new to the channel, you already know, like, normally I don't review Storm stuff against anything else because it's usually larger. So let's try something a little different for you new people. Here we are up against a Cosmic Legion. And I'm going to do some Mythic Legions as well, but I happen to have a Cosmic Legion here. So let's go with that, right? We have our Cosmic Legion. And if you want on a smaller scale, if you want to know what a Marvel Legend looked like compared to them, here we are. So as you can see, Storm is in closer scale with stuff like Cosmic Legions and Mythic Legions rather than that of Marvel Legends. And even if you chose a Kamen Rider, much, much larger, right? Just to make sure you know where you stand with it. With all of that being said, though, I thoroughly enjoy Mitsurugi. I think my biggest qualm is probably going to be with the ankles, because Taki has really cool working ankles, and I'm always scared because I think the ankle stuff is there, but I'm always scared of heating it up or breaking something. It's been a big fear of mine, but one day I got to get over that fear because I love these figures, and I'm a big video game guy, at least for my age range, right? I was like that big video game guy. So yeah. In the meantime, guys, thank you for sticking it out and watching it, as it's the holiday season and it's not very easy to put out a lot of videos during the season as I don't have much personal time. So thanks for sticking it out and letting me enjoy and do it at my own leisure. I appreciate you guys for that. So as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.